Ben, the governor is saying, essentially, I don't want to mischaracterize him, much ado about nothing. The Justice Department is thinking we're violating the law. We're not. We're complying with the law. They are going far beyond the law. You say what?
It's absolutely clear-cut, unequivocal under the Constitution of the United States of America that the federal government has control over immigration policy. That's not even questionable. You can't, the most out of the woods, backwoods, hillbilly, nobody knows the Constitution says that the federal government is in charge of immigration. When these sanctuary cities take on the idea that they are in charge and that the federal government cannot reach in there and get out criminals, and by the way, if they've come here illegally, by definition, they're criminals, that's ridiculous. You know, I go back to this. I mean, you and I have discussed, you know, and it's always new and it's always important. This is like the United States before the Civil War. We have a number of jurisdictions in the United States that are simply saying, we thumb our nose, we give the middle finger to the federal government, we are basically seceding. But basically, a large part of California, and most of California under Jerry Brown, is seceding from the Union. Large parts of New York are seceding from the Union. This is not right. This is absolutely a violation of the Constitution.
All right, now they come back and say, we're not violating anything. We're not shielding criminals from federal officials. They come in, they have a warrant to go after somebody, have at it, they can. That's what the governor said. What do you think of that?
I think they're lying. I mean, if they really were not sanctuary cities, they would let people out. They would let people out to be taken in by ICE and to be deported. Why on earth would they, even for a moment, stop the federal government from taking in people who are known to be criminals and sending them back across the border? What is the excuse for that, except for the Democratic Party wanted to bring in a big chunk of Democrat voters? And look, in California, we have this incredible idea, insane idea from our insane governor, Jerry Brown. And by the way, I like him, but he's insane. But I like a lot of insane people. But he's insane. He says he wants illegal aliens to be able to vote. That's crazy. That's just crazy.
Well, when they have a license, they can. Now, obviously, there is a distinction between a lot of these folks and dreamers. There's talk of a deal that could be in the works where the president will eventually pave the way to citizenship for these so-called dreamers.
And that's fine with me.
Okay. Part of the deal would also mean a wall or something like it. So both sides would appear to bend. Is an agreement like that? I'm trivializing and simplifying it, but that seems to be what they're kicking around. What does Ben Stein think of that?
Ben Stein thinks it's fine. Put up a wall by all means. It's going to have to be a very big wall because these are very agile, strong people. And let's have the wall and let's have a path to citizenship. Let's have them both.
All right. Ben Stein, good seeing you. Thank you very, very much.
God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir.